Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Following the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. 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 Follow the leader.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
I want to talk about the key principles of business and wealth from the kingdom perspective. Let me begin with a few comments about wealth. When people talk about wealth, they normally think about money. I don't. I want to give you 7 spheres of wealth that you must focus on. You must be wealthy in 7 areas, or you will be poor. The first area of wealth is spiritual wealth. The Bible calls this being rich toward God. If your spiritual life is not in order and you have $1 billion in the bank, you are poor. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose the most important thing he has, his soul? So you want to focus on wealth in your spirit life. The second sphere of wealth in the kingdom is solical wealth. Solical wealth means intellectual and emotional development. You must focus on developing yourself intellectually. God gave you a brain. He expects it to be developed. God gave you a brain with nothing in it. It's like a hard drive on a computer. It is up to you to decide what you download. It's called learning. It's important for you to become very wealthy in your soul. Your soul consists of your mind, your will, and your emotions. It is not to your benefit to have $1 billion in the bank, but don't have the intelligence to invest it. Don't have the knowledge to multiply it. And don't have the wisdom to invest it. And that's why Solomon was smart. When God asked him, "What do you want? I will give you anything you want." Solomon did not ask for money. He asked God for solical wealth. He said, "Give me knowledge, wisdom, and understanding." Later on, Solomon wrote this in his book called Proverbs. He said, "Wisdom brings wealth." One of the students of Jesus, his name was John, wrote a little book that is tucked away in your Bible. It's 3 John. He said, "I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers." That means your health depends on your mental state. Your prosperity depends on your solical development. I always tell people when I train them in business that wealth is actually an idea. It's not money. Wealth has to be first in the mind. So you must be wealthy in your soul. The third sphere of wealth that you must focus on in the kingdom of God is what we call physical wealth. You know, it's interesting that Stephen Jobs, one of the richest men in the history of the world, who founded Apple Computer with a partner, he was worth hundreds of billions of dollars, but not $1 could save him from cancer in his pancreas and his liver. He died with $1 billion in the bank.
Oh, I can't let you get all 7 of them. Legendary pastor Miles Monroe. Ooh. Hey, listen. All week long I've been hitting you upside your head with topics, making you think. You thought I wasn't going to do the same tonight? It is important that we address this. You know, a few years back, there was a phenomena. Brother Kevin Samuels was a phenomenon. No disrespect to that brother. I've always said that brother was 100% right for a toxic society. 100% right. Everything he told you with regards to how to maneuver in relationship today was right. It's just that it was still toxic. It wasn't spiritually balanced. And even more important, it wasn't even spiritually authorized. You guys have heard me say on numerous occasions, no disrespect, God bless the dead. But the bottom line is, Kevin Samuels created a term, high value man, high value woman, low value man, low value woman. All that was predicated on the toxicity of America, consumerism, materialism. You heard Brother Miles just tell us. Miles Monroe just told us. What did he say? He said emotional wealth, spiritual wealth, physical wealth. I'm not going to give you the other four. All of these things trump money. You've heard me say for over 20 years on radio, all over the place. I said, can you find value in a person, men and women, can you find value in a person that is worth more than what they have or more than what's in their wallet? Can you name currencies, spiritual currencies, psychological currencies, emotional currencies that are worth more than what's in your wallet? Oh, Lord, y'all ready tonight? 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to you. Tonight's topic, are you dating a relationship commoner? A commoner, a pauper. Ooh, Lord. For people who are confused as to what a commoner is, late 14th century, mid 14th century, in Anglo-French, one of the common people, a member of the third estate, agent noun from common verb, right? Someone who participates in the common, associate or have dealings with the common. Low level. Another fancy word for it, a layman. A layman. One who is not of the cloth. In other words, he is unlearned. They say unlearned. Ooh. Circa 1300, belonging to all, owned or used jointly. That's different. That's the adjective version. We're talking about the noun. Are you a part of the common mass, the rabble? You know who the rabble is today? The unlearned rabble? Those who are educated by YouTube clips. Those who get their education and their knowledge from Instagram. Huh? Just because you have reproductive organs doesn't mean you should use them. Hey, we talking about it tonight. Are you a relationship commoner, or have you dated a relationship commoner? An intriguing, riveting look at the difference between relationships 1%ers and the relationally impoverished. You need to understand something. In the realm of intimate relationships, the concept of classism can take on a new dimension for this show. Right? This show is going to explore the idea of being relationally impoverished versus being relationally rich, drawing parallels to the notion of social class. We will delve into the significance of unhealed wounds, personal growth, and shadow work as the determinants of relationship quality and class. 1-800-920-1580. I don't know if anybody is ready for tonight's topic. I need to talk to y'all. You still need a little bit more clarity? I got some more. Relational poverty refers to the state of being trapped in patterns of dysfunction, emotional wounds, and unhealed traumas. Individuals in this state often struggle with communication, trust, and emotional intimacy. They may unknowingly perpetuate cycles of pain and struggle to form unhealthy connections. Ooh, relational poverty is not a judgment, but an invitation to embark on a transformative judgment. Here we go tonight. When I come forward, I'm going to break down some more. A lot of us are emotionally impoverished. A lot of us are intellectually impoverished. A lot of us are spiritually impoverished. A lot of us are physically impoverished, yet we don't want to be lonely. Are you even relationship material? When we come forward, we're going to talk about it.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hello?
Man, where are you? I thought you were coming.
I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf. Man, I'll call you back.
Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is safe, effective, and you can get it at the same time as your COVID-19 vaccine. A flu shot is the best way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
No young person should ever have to worry about having a safe place to sleep at night, or whether anyone cares about them.
But the reality is, 1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis and giving them the support and tools they need to succeed in life. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today. Thank you for caring.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, the loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
At Susan G. Komen, we believe that ending breast cancer needs all of us working together. Because if you've just been diagnosed and don't know where to turn, we've got you. If you can't afford the treatment you need, we've got you. And if you are driven to honor the loved one you've just lost, we have a place for you here. Because of you, we're supporting those who need help today while tirelessly searching for tomorrow's cures. Visit Komen.org and be a part of our Susan G. Komen community today.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Now, what y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers. On the low from the Jake and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace. Yeah, living the raw deal. 3-course meal, spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal. But still, everything's real in the field. And what you can't have now, leave when you will. But don't knock me for trying to bury 7 zeros over in Rio de Janeiro. Ain't nobody's hero, but I wanna be heard. On your hot 9-7 every day, that's my word. Swimming in women with their own condominiums. 5+5s who drive millenniums. It's all about the Benjamins, what? I get a 50-pound bag for the mutts. 5 carrots on my hands with the cuts.
It is our desire to help you to identify how you're doing emotionally or vibrationally. Because if you can improve the way you feel just a little bit, your whole point of attraction shifts. When you are in vibrational alignment with what you want and who you are, we call that allowing. In fact, we call the entire gathering the art of allowing, because it's the art of learning how to get up there in vibrational alignment with who you really are and what you want. So let's take a subject. What subject do you want to play with first? Throw something out. Money. Well, it's big. Money interfaces with you all day, every day in lots of different ways. And you have lots of different emotional responses to money. So it's a good one to begin with. So let's say that you're standing where you are, and where should it be? Should it be with plenty of money or with not quite enough money? Should it be with really not enough money or just not quite enough money? Just not quite enough money. So here you are, and it doesn't matter where you are. Here you are, wherever you are is where you are, and here you are. So here you are, and so you're having responses to life, you're having conversations with yourself, you're having thoughts in your own mind, you're giving your attention to this subject of money. So let's say that you went to the mailbox, you got the American Express bill, you had no idea how much you spent, it knocks the wind out of you, you know that there's not enough to pay it, you're thinking about how you need to call them and make some sort of other arrangements, and you have this knot in the pit of your stomach that we would describe as not so much fear, although maybe fear, but true annoyance, disappointment, concern, discomfort about money. So there you are, in your powerful now, where all of your power is. And so you say, I don't know why I do this to myself. So the question that we want to ask you is, which way did that statement cause you to fork? Did you fork to the corner that you don't want to go to, or to the corner that you do want to go to? So, I've lost my mind. I don't know what I'm doing. What in the world was I thinking? Now, you forked over there pretty good, but it doesn't matter where you were. The only thing that matters is where you are. So now...
That's the legendary Abraham and Jerry Hicks. That's who that is. Abraham and Esther Hicks. Esther and Jerry Hicks. Speaking on high vibrational thought processes as they align with high vibrational emotional processes. Why is this important? Because whatever the thinker thinks, the prover will prove. As a man thinketh, so is he. You drag your own reality down to the depths when you think at a low level, right? So if you're thinking at low levels, who are you attracting when you're down there thinking? 1-800-920-50. I don't care how much money you got in your account. How much is in your spiritual account? Is your spiritual account in arrears? What? Let's delve into it a little bit. The impact of unhealed wounds, unclaimed wounds, unacknowledged wounds. You know, you broken in your own spirit, right? Most of the time in my relationships, I don't feel heard. I don't feel seen. I don't feel respected. I don't feel accepted. Well, it usually starts with you, right? So let's delve into it. Unhealed wounds can hinder our ability to engage and connect deeply with another person. Yet, we still want the Disney-style relationship. We still want the gender roles to be lined up right. All you got to do is do what you supposed to do, and I'm going to be okay. If we go, no, we not going to be okay. Huh? When these wounds are left unaddressed, they manifest as emotional baggage, affecting our self-esteem, self-worth, self-approval, self-acknowledgement, sense of self, our communication skills, and our capacity for vulnerability. Recognizing and healing these wounds are way more important than getting the bag. I'm not saying don't go get the bag. That's not what I'm saying. I said import. See, getting the bag should be the background of your life. That's what education was for. Huh? That's what growing up and learning how to think critically is for. But the real task of your life is getting down to the business of you. Uh-oh. Hey, 1-800-920-1580. Somebody call me this evening. Recognizing and healing your wounds is crucial for breaking free from relational poverty. You can do this by dealing with shadow work, right? Shadow work involves exploring and integrating the aspects of ourselves that we have repressed, ignored, been indifferent to, or denied. Engaging in this process allows us to confront our fears, our insecurities, our negative thinking, our negative, disrespectful, dysfunctional patterns. By embracing our shadow, we gain self-awareness, compassion, and the ability to navigate relationships with authenticity. Overcoming our shadow work is more than just a transformative step towards becoming a high-quality, high-class choice in relationship. Many of you got money, but you still spiritually low class. You're in the bottom class. This relationship classism tonight, huh? Only thing in the spirit realm ain't no Jim Crow. Ain't no spiritual redlining. You see, you do this to yourself. Ooh, Lord have mercy. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I see the callers, but I need more. LA, you ain't in here yet. Mississippi is. Huh? Reno, Nevada is. I need LA in the building. Let's go. When we come forward, Zoe Williams is going to keep cooking.
Freaking the 3/4 reptiles, enormous cream, forest green, binge G for my team. So while you sleep, I'm a scheme. You see through, so why nobody never gonna believe you. You should do what we do, stack chips like. Don't let the melody intrigue you, cause I'll leave you. I'm only here for that green paper with the
strictly
evil.
Trying to cop those colossal size Picassos and have poppy flip.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. Alabama's congressional map now has 2 districts for black voters. The new map features one district with nearly 49% black voters and another with just under 52%. Former President Trump is asking a judge to dismiss his federal election interference case. Trump's legal team argues his actions leading up to the 2021 attack on the Capitol are protected by presidential immunity. Trump was indicted by a federal grand jury in August for his alleged efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Detroit's Motown Museum has revealed its expansion for the first time in a private event for donors yesterday. The museum's The Motown Experience will bring visitors back in time using classic photos showing the family environment of the studio in the 1960s and 70s. The second exhibit is called The Backstage Lounge, and it features new music and interviews with Motown artists. And that's the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2023.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp. The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talent, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus, Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 stands for Unity and Healing. African Focus Incorporated is a nonprofit organization based in California that focuses on the growth and well-being of Africans all around the world. Their mission is to promote the well-being of people of African descent through knowledge and appreciation of one another by building a bridge of love and understanding. African Focus Incorporated strives for cultural, educational, and economic growth. They're the organization behind the African Family Induction Ceremony, African Goodwill Awards, African Focus Trailblazer Tours, African Dance Competition, and Showcase Los Angeles, Family Day, Good News Windows Microfinance Project, and more. To volunteer, travel with African Focus, or to attend one of their community building events, please call 310-676-7730. That's 310-676-7300. Or visit AfricanFocus.org. This is a diaspora-wide community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the Evanon, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Only 1 in 5 people with autism are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do. Like, what about a programmer?
That's a job for someone with autism.
How about a healthcare worker?
Yep, that is too. People with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas. Introducing WIN by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
What about a ranch hand?
To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold. I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. When I'm calling out her drama, she too defensive to listen. I'll call so. Look at me, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the mention series. Dana was hogging up the time that I need. Between working or being so clingy, plus the time zone difference don't make it more easy. So I figured I'd call in early. Turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in. So just lay back your mind. Learn something new. Everybody tuning in to soul. Cause he is the voice of reason, yeah. Da, 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 da.
I'd like to take a moment to talk about intimacy. Now, we all love that really warm, connected feeling, whether it's with our child, with our spouse, with our dog, with our parent, with whomever. That lovely, connected feeling when we can't feel as if there's any friction between us and the other being. Isn't that a lovely feeling? And we start off like that in most relationships. Now, relationships have 3 stages that they go through. Absolutely, each and every one of them. And the first one is that lovey-dovey, in-love feeling, where there feels like there's no separation between you and the other being, whether it's a dog, a cat, a spouse, a child. And we all love that feeling. We all love that space. The thing is that it doesn't last. Relationships have been brought to us to soften us. I call it the sandpaper, right? My sandpaper rubs against your sandpaper, and it eventually softens. We eventually soften if we hang out long enough. So the second stage in relationship is called the power struggle. And this is when 2 people, they either are arguing all the time or they become roommates. They pass each other in the hallway, they're polite, they feel safe, but there's 0 passion. So there's 3 things that we want in every relationship. We want connection, we want passion, and we want safety. But we choose in the power struggle stage one or the other. We choose either safety or passion. Both will connect us to the other person. Most relationships maintain themselves in this power struggle stage, either to a logical conclusion of ending or moving to the 3rd stage of all relationship, which is conscious love. Now, conscious love, most don't understand what that is. Most of our society, 50% of marriages nowadays in the Western world end in divorce. So we barely move into a mature state in order to understand what conscious love is. Conscious love is when you bring everything to the table. You bring the good, you bring the bad, you bring the ugly, you bring the fearful, you bring the joyful, you bring the child part of you, you bring the adolescent part of you, you bring the mature, wise part, you bring all of you to your partner. I'll be doing a half-day workshop, and in that workshop, I
don't agree with everything she said, but I agree with a lot of it. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned in to the Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580. You know where I'm at, the heart of Lamert Park. You know how we do. Are you a relationship commoner? Are you in intimate relationships lower class? Wow. An intriguing look at the difference between relationship 1%ers and the relationally impoverished. You want to work your way, right? Or let's call it a journey, right? The hero's journey. You want to work your way to relational wealth, not just financial wealth, but relational wealth. Relational wealth represents a state of emotional abundance where individuals have cultivated deep self-awareness. They have begun the process and have been in the process of healing their unrequited wounds. They have begun to embrace personal growth as a spiritual purpose. These individuals possess the capacity for deep connection, empathy, and effective listening, as well as effective communication. They approach relationships with a sense of responsibility, respect, and a commitment to mutual growth. Relational wealth is not about perfection, because we're all works in progress, but about the willingness to continuously learn and evolve. In the realm of intimate relationships, the concept of classism can be recontextualized as a reflection of one's relational wealth, moving from relational poverty, i.e., unhealed wounds, inflexible beliefs, anger, disrespect, dysfunction, moving from all of that, right? Oof. To now, transforming, embracing this transformative journey where one can become a high quality, high class choice in intimate relationship. One where one is devoted to fostering mutual respect, mutual love, mutual maintenance of the connection, as well as mutual fulfillment. Sounds a bit lofty, doesn't it? It's only lofty because you're stiff-necked. You've defined yourself with the lowest aspect of yourself. Ooh, I know y'all not ready for tonight. 1-800-920-1580. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get these callers on right now. Whoo, Lord. Sean's been on the longest. Get in here.
Wow, brother. So, first of all, mentioning, money, financial kind of a thing. Well, that is a factor of capitalism in our country, and I get all of that. But if that's your number one priority, you're going to miss out on life, period. And I'm not kidding. I've never been poor. I'll just say that right now. I've never been poor. My family wasn't super rich when I was young, but I was never poor. But I'll tell you what, they did teach me the right things to pay attention to. And I'm not religious, but you don't have to be religious to be spiritual, right? And I respect the word, by the way. I know lots of athletes who read the word in the Bible, and it helps them get through long seasons and these crazy, seasons that professional athletes have to get through. I respect that 150% because you know what? Whatever gets you through the day, and by the way, lots of what's in the Bible is very positive. But if you bring that negative energy, or if you just think that everything is materialistic, right? Everything, you're only successful if you've got this, that, or the other, okay? You're missing it out. Because the most important thing, and I know it's going to sound cliche, but it's true, is your family, your friends, and everything that goes into keeping that together, right? And community, I would put that right at the end, because everyone that lives around you is a part of your family. And so, the money thing is sad in our country because it's so it's not equal. It's terrible. And we're not quite to the place of a lot of other countries. But if you just make sure that you have that equity with your partner and you really want to be with them, then you'll know the importance of working together as a team, because things are going to go bad. And if you can't deal with when things go bad, Zoe, I mean, you know this more than me probably, because I got my own issues. Everyone has issues, and either you can work it out or you can't. And if you can't, it's not the end of the world either. But you know your priorities, your kids, your family, your friends, right? Because if we don't have that, and we're not trying to, and we don't have to agree on everything. That's the other thing I want to mention. You don't have to agree on everything. Well, what you have to have is a conversation. If someone's just way out there in outer space, that's a different thing. You want to help them out as best you can. But what I'm saying, most of the time what I hear is people that have disagreements go to the extreme. Oh, we're going to just break up. Come on now. It takes work. And I feel like sometimes, because I've been married a long time, and we've gone through all kinds of crap, ups and downs, all for many, many years. And if you're not up to the challenge that it's going to happen to you, that you're going to have issues, you're going to have challenges, you're going to have things hit the fan that are not happy places to be, you got to solve that problem together. Once you solve that problem together one time, just once, you can do it throughout the relationship.
Man, thank you, Sean. We appreciate the insight,
Thanks, brother.
wisdom, man. He's been married for over 30 years. He should know what he's talking about. Listen, get to your phone lines. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. This is not a monologue. This is a conversation, a national one. I want to talk to everybody. Get in here. When we come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this bonfire.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose America.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCEL scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
away in a huff. It says money don't matter tonight. Money don't matter tonight. It sure didn't matter yesterday. Just when you think you got more than enough, it's when it all up and flies away. That's when you find out that you're better off making sure your soul's
What's the perfect spiritual relationship? What is it? Start looking at each other as though you belong to one reality. And try and develop such inner feelings that you'll start feeling each other, each feeling the other as himself. We can develop this kind of an inner sense, and then you'll have no problem. Without talking, without anything, you'll be able to all the time be in a mutual feeling together.
Heavy stuff. But for many relationships, that those thoughts are foreign. What they were defining was communion. He said, one reality. Start looking at your relationship. He's talking about conscious spiritual relating. Start looking at your relationship as one reality. But your ego is too self-important and fearful of its own death to even consider such a notion. You're a relationship pauper. You're a relationship commoner. You've heard me mention this term many times. Spiritually impoverished, spiritually bankrupt, spiritually penurious. Penury. Look it up. Penury. Poverty. Got everything. Got every little gadget. Got all. Got the new titanium. The new iPhone titanium. Number 15. Does the exact same thing as the 7. But guess what? You got it. Huh? Hey. Got everything. Everything. Got everything. But the thing that matters most, a healed soul. Or at the very least, work in progress, a soul that is healing. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get these callers in here. Nikki from Mississippi, get in here.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you tonight? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
So this is what we doing? You start now with Miles Monroe and The Secret? Come on, man.
Come on. You know what I do?
You on fire all week. I mean, golly.
I don't want to take my foot off the brake. I off the gas. I gotta keep going, right?
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna tie this back to our last conversation about that STI we were talking about, and the deposits of the souls. If we are bankrupt, we might be in an overdraft circumstance. And we share that with a partner or partners because we are not willing, ready, prepared, or able to address it within ourselves, though we know it's there. Then, whomever you are sharing that with in your relationship exchange can now be in a deficit position also.
You are cooking. You better not stop. You just keep going. You better not quit. Keep going.
See, this goes back to failing to understand we came from royalty. We are supposed to be, as far as Christ is concerned anyway, king's kids. So if we understand, adhere to, I am a king's kid. Well, the king's children shouldn't mix with commoners. We got that problem now.
Keep going.
Harry and Meghan. I'm just saying. Because there is a place level in the spirit when you are royalty, even a work in progress, because it could be the baby, and the baby has to mature to an adult. But there are characteristics that should be occurring in that royalty spirit. Now, that spirit will draw the bankrupt or the people who might be a little short this month. That goes back to when we talked about trying to discern what the spirit is carrying.
Right.
It may not be obvious to us at the point of intimacy. We may not get that, oh, wait a minute, they was a few dollars short to a couple, 3 days later. So now, if you're on a continuum and you're not working on that spirit to maintain that royalty level, and then you continually contaminate with the impoverished, you too will be in a deficit. And not too long.
So if you come from you come from good stock, you come from royalty, you come from people who got something, you come from a good family, right? But if you go down the hill and start consorting with the commoners, you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. Is that what you're saying?
I am saying that there has been a time in our society, particularly with black people, brown people, where your big mama would say, well, who are that people?
Wait. Stop right there. When we come forward, you're going to talk about what Big Mama had to say. Who them people? When we come forward, the fire shall continue to burn.
Goes out and tries to find a partner, but all it finds are users. All it finds are snakes in every color, every nationality and size. Seems like the only thing that he can do is just roll his eyes.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Doug Davis with the latest from the Black Information Network. Alabama's congressional map now has 2 districts for black